The slow fire inside, why detox matters more after 50. Let me start with a question nobody ever asked me when I turned 50. How hot is your body on the inside? I don't mean fever hot. I mean stress. I mean inflammation. I mean that slow, silent burn that builds when your liver is tired, your gut is overloaded, and your nervous system hasn't had a real break in years. The truth is, by the time most of us hit our 50s, we've been carrying decades of heat inside. From poor diet choices, from long workdays and short sleep, from processed foods, alcohol, late-night meals, and never enough water. And even from the emotional heat of unprocessed stress, resentment, or grief. What happens when we ignore that heat? Our skin dulls, our digestion weakens, we become irritable, restless, bloated, and tired without understanding why. We catch more colds, we sweat at night, our joints ache, our energy crashes, and worst of all, we start to think that it's just part of aging. But here's what I want to tell you, as someone who has walked through that fire and come out the other side. The problem isn't your age, it's the buildup. And the solution isn't a pill, it's a ritual. A daily ritual of cooling, cleansing, and gently resetting the internal terrain of your body. Not extreme fasting, not intense juice cleanses. Just one simple time-tested herbal combination that helps your body do what it's always known how to do. Flush, reset, breathe. Why this formula? Today we'll talk about 3 natural ingredients that come together beautifully. Voi Leaves, a traditional Southeast Asian leaf, long used for cooling the liver and aiding digestion. Lemon, bright, alkaline, and rich in vitamin C for cellular cleansing. Raw honey, the ancient soothing agent that coats the gut, supports immunity, and gently binds the other two. This isn't just a recipe, it's a realignment, a small act of kindness for your organs. A chance to start your day not with a stimulant, but with support. If you've been feeling off lately, heavy, tired, overheated, reactive, this video might be exactly what your body's been waiting for. What you'll learn in this video. What each of these ingredients does in your system. How they work together to reduce internal heat and toxic load. How to prepare and drink this blend every day. Real stories from people who've tried it. The common mistakes that cancel out its benefits. But more importantly, I'll share with you a way to make this a ritual, not just another health hack. Because healing isn't something we conquer, it's something we remember. And this little drink is a gentle way to remind your body of how good it's supposed to feel. If that sounds like something your body needs, stick with me. And if this message already speaks to you, click subscribe and share it with a friend who's been running too hot for too long. Let's start the cooling process one breath, one sip, one morning at a time. Next up, Voi Leaves, the detoxifier most Americans have never heard of but desperately need. Herbal cooling power, liver support, and digestive detox. Let's begin with the herb you've probably never heard of, but once you experience what it does, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Its name is Voi Leaf, known in Southeast Asia as la Voi. Now don't let the unfamiliar name fool you. This isn't some trendy superfood. It's an ancient grounding herb used for generations to do one thing exceptionally well. Cool the body from the inside out. What are Voi Leaves? Voi Leaves come from the Cleistocalyx operculatus plant native to Vietnam and parts of Southeast Asia. Traditionally, it's used to relieve internal heat, aid digestion, support the liver, reduce blood sugar spikes, and calm inflammatory skin and gut conditions. It's usually consumed as a gentle tea, either alone or with other herbs, and was once a daily ritual in many Vietnamese households, especially during hot weather or after heavy meals. But the deeper benefits, those go way beyond just cooling off. What Voi Leaves do inside the body. After age 50, the liver starts working overtime. It's metabolizing decades of processed food, medication, alcohol, and toxins we didn't even know we absorbed. And for many people, especially those with irregular digestion or poor sleep, the liver becomes overheated, stagnant, and exhausted. Voi Leaves gently intervene. They're rich in polyphenols and flavonoids, natural plant compounds that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Essential oils help reduce harmful gut bacteria and calm intestinal irritation. Digestive bitters stimulate bile production, supporting liver and gallbladder function. In short, they don't cleanse you in the harsh way most people think of. They realign your body's natural ability to clean itself safely, softly, and effectively. Signs you might need Voi Leaf support. Ask yourself, do you wake up with a coated tongue or bitter taste in your mouth? Do you feel bloated or full even after small meals? Do Do you sweat more than usual, especially at night? Do you have itchy or inflamed skin when you're under stress? Do you feel hot without a fever? These are not random symptoms. They are signals your body trying to cool itself. Voi Leaves help you listen and respond. My personal experience with Voi Leaf tea. The first time I drank Voi Leaf tea, I expected nothing. It tasted light herbal with a touch of earthiness. But by the end of the week, I noticed something strange. I wasn't waking up groggy anymore. My skin felt clearer. My digestion felt easier. And most of all, I felt cooler, not just physically but emotionally. I wasn't as reactive. My body felt more spacious, like someone had opened a window inside me. That's what detox really feels like. Not a purge, not a punishment, but a quiet return to balance. How to use it? If you're new to this herb, start simple. Use 1–2 tablespoons of dried Voi leaves. Steep in hot water, not boiling, for 10–15 minutes. Strain and drink warm once or twice a day. Best taken in the morning and early evening. Optional. Combine with lemon or honey, which we'll talk about soon. Voi leaf isn't a hero herb, it's a humble ally. One that quietly walks into your system and starts putting things back in order. And in a world full of hype, that kind of support is rare. Next, we'll talk about Lemon Bright Sharp Cleansing and how it turns this detox blend into a complete metabolic reset. Metabolic cleansing and alkaline balance. Sometimes the simplest ingredient is the most powerful. There's one thing I've added to my morning routine that I'll never give up, not because it's trendy, but because it simply works. Lemon. Just one fresh lemon sliced, squeezed, or infused can set off a chain reaction in the body that restores balance, wakes up your digestion, and gently clears away what doesn't belong. Especially when paired with detoxifying herbs like Voi leaves, lemon becomes the spark that moves everything forward. Let me explain why. Why lemon after 50 isn't optional. It's essential. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down. What we once burned off in a day now lingers for weeks. Fatigue becomes more common. Weight settles in unexpected places. And our bodies grow slightly more acidic, not in the pH you'd test with strips, but in how we feel. Achy joints, stiff mornings, sluggish digestion, low-grade inflammation. That heavy feeling after eating even healthy meals. Lemon helps reverse that. It's one of the few foods that is acidic in taste but alkaline forming in the body. That means it supports a pH environment where healing can happen, one where inflammation cools down and cells function at their best. The nutrient profile that matters. Lemon isn't just water with flavor. It's rich in vitamin C supports immune function, collagen production, and adrenal health. Citric acid boosts liver enzymes and helps break down fat. Potassium balances fluids and supports nerve function. Flavonoids, powerful antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress on cells. This makes lemon a powerful metabolic cleanser, perfect for the morning when your body is already in detox mode after a night of fasting. What lemon does in this herbal blend, when combined with Voi leaves and honey lemon, enhances the absorption of herbal compounds, activates digestive enzymes, supports the liver's natural detox pathways, refreshes the palate, and balances the earthiness of the herbs, promotes healthy bile flow, which is crucial for digestion and detoxification. It's not just a garnish, it's a catalyst. How I use it, here's my ritual. I take half a fresh lemon, squeeze it into the cooled herbal tea made from Voi leaves. Add a bit of warm, not hot water if needed. Stir gently with raw honey. Drink first thing in the morning or 30 minutes before lunch. Sometimes I slice the lemon and let it infuse in cold water overnight. Then mix that with my tea in the morning for an even more refreshing version. Either way, it becomes more than a drink. It becomes a reset button for the stomach, the liver, and the mind. What you might notice after 3–5 days of consistent use. Less bloating, a cleaner tongue, less coating, better morning bowel movements, brighter skin tone, and a subtle but noticeable mental clarity. It doesn't shock the system. It wakes it up gently but thoroughly. In the next part, we'll complete the trio with honey, not just as a sweetener, but as a healing agent in its own right. But for now, remember this. Sometimes the most powerful medicine is hidden inside something we've taken for granted. And lemon, my friend, is exactly that. Let's talk about something simple, something ancient, something golden, something that doesn't fight, doesn't force, but instead invites the body to feel safe again. Raw honey. It's one of the oldest natural remedies on Earth. And in our modern world of pills, powders, and fast fixes, honey remains what it always has been, a soft healer. Especially when paired with lemon and herbs like Voi leaves, honey doesn't just make things taste better, it makes them work better. The magic inside raw honey. Raw, unfiltered honey is more than sugar. It contains over 180 bioactive compounds, including enzymes, antioxidants, and trace minerals, prebiotics that feed the good bacteria in your gut, antimicrobial and antiviral properties that support your body's immune defenses, natural wound-healing agents that have been used on everything from sore throats to ulcers. But perhaps most importantly, honey teaches your body something powerful. That healing can come gently, that nourishment can feel good, that sweetness when pure as medicine. Why honey after 50? As we age, the gut becomes more sensitive. You may notice heartburn from foods that never bothered you before, irregular bowel movements, increased food sensitivities, trouble absorbing nutrients, or frequent colds and allergies. Most of this begins in the gut lining and the immune system that surrounds it. Raw honey supports both. It soothes inflammation in the digestive tract, feeds the microbiome that modulates immunity, gently stimulates bile and enzyme production, helping digestion without strain, and provides natural energy without the spike and crash of processed sugar. Think of it as liquid light, soft, sustaining, and steady. How honey works in this formula. When you combine honey with lemon, which brightens and flushes, Voi Leaves, which cool and detoxify, honey becomes the binder, the harmonizer that brings it all together. It balances the acidity of lemon. It smooths the bitterness of the herbs. And it turns this from a health drink into a healing ritual your body looks forward to. How I use it. I use 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered honey per serving. Add it after the tea has cooled slightly, never in boiling water. Heat destroys its enzymes. Stir gently into the herbal tea with lemon. Drink in the morning or sometimes in the evening when my digestion feels unsettled. Some nights I even take it by itself, just a small spoonful before bed when my throat is dry or my stomach feels tight. It works every time. What you might feel: less coughing and throat irritation, calmer stomach, more regular digestion, deeper, more restful sleep, a general sense of ease in the body. Because when your body isn't under threat, it can finally do what it's meant to do: heal. In the next part, we'll put all the pieces together, how to combine Voi Leaves, lemon, and honey into a single powerful formula you can use daily for detox, cooling, and vitality. But before we go there, let me say this. You don't always need more pressure. Sometimes what you need is more gentleness, and honey in its ancient wisdom delivers exactly that. By now you understand the unique power of each ingredient. Voi Leaves, the detoxifier and internal cooler. Lemon, the metabolic spark and alkalizer. Raw honey, the soother and nourisher. Individually they're helpful, but together they create a synergy that gently supports the body in cleansing, cooling, and returning to balance without stress or shock. Let me walk you through exactly how to make this daily tonic part of your life. Ingredients for 1 serving: 2 tablespoons of dried Voi Leaves or a small handful fresh, half a fresh lemon sliced or squeezed, 1 teaspoon of raw unfiltered honey, 300-400 milliliters filtered water, about 1.5 cups. Preparation method: boil water and let it cool for 30-60 seconds to just below boiling. Add Voi Leaves to the hot water and steep for 10-15 minutes covered. Strain the tea into a mug or jar. Add fresh lemon juice or slices. Let the tea cool slightly, then stir in honey gently. Drink while warm, slowly and mindfully. Optional: add a few mint leaves for extra freshness. Let lemon slices and Voi Leaves steep overnight in the fridge for a cold version in hot weather. Best time to drink: morning 6:00–90 a.m. This is when your body's detox systems are still active. Drinking this tonic before or after a light breakfast supports liver and kidney function, bowel regularity, mental clarity. Afternoon 2:00–40 p.m. Perfect for calming heat, sugar cravings, and mental fatigue without caffeine. Especially helpful on hot days. Avoid drinking right before bedtime if you are sensitive to lemon acidity or herbal teas. Frequency and duration: start with 1 serving per day for the first week. From week 2, you may increase to twice a day, morning and afternoon. Use it 5-6 days a week, allowing 1-2 rest days. This isn't meant to be a short-term detox. It's a gentle, long-term habit that supports your body over time. What you may notice by day 3-5: less bloating, clearer digestion, slightly brighter skin tone, fewer sugar cravings, easier mornings. By week 2-3, more stable energy, better focus and mood, less irritability and internal heat sensations, a feeling of lightness and calm. This isn't dramatic. It's steady, deep, real. Tips for success: use fresh, high-quality ingredients, especially raw honey and organic lemons. Avoid combining with heavy meals or caffeine. Drink it mindfully, not rushed your nervous system. Responds to ritual. Keep a journal to track subtle improvements in digestion, energy, skin, or mood. In the next part, we'll explore real feedback from older adults who've made this part of their routine and the most common mistakes that may block its benefits. But first, I'll leave you with this. Health doesn't always need a breakthrough. Sometimes it just needs a rhythm, and this is a beautiful place to start. Real user feedback and common mistakes when using the formula. Let's move from theory to life. Because while ingredients and rituals matter, what matters most is how this actually lands in the real world. What happens when a 58-year-old man with high stress and poor sleep starts drinking this tonic daily? What does a 67-year-old woman with sluggish digestion experience after 2 weeks? And just as important, what doesn't work? What gets in the way of results? Let's look at the feedback. Real stories from real people. Thomas, 61, retired air traffic controller, Nevada. I wasn't expecting much. Honestly, I've tried dozens of health fads, but this was different. By the 4th day, I wasn't waking up with that dry, heavy feeling. I actually felt lighter, and I hadn't changed anything else. Janelle, 68, former nurse, Wisconsin. I've always had issues with bloating and feeling overheated after eating. This tea brought me back to balance. It's not dramatic, but it's consistent. That's what I needed at my age. Roberto, 73, semi-retired chef, California. What surprised me was how calm my digestion became. I used to get heartburn every night. Now I sleep better. I even breathe better. These aren't overnight miracles. They're subtle restorations, a reminder that the body is still capable of healing when we treat it with consistency and respect. Common mistakes that undermine results. Now here's the truth. Some people don't feel anything, and almost always it's because of one or more of these common mistakes. 1. Using low-quality or overly processed ingredients, boiled supermarket honey, old lemons, unlabeled herbal tea bags. No, if the ingredients are lifeless, the results will be too. Solution. Always use raw organic honey, fresh lemons, and trusted sources for Voi Leaves. If unsure, start with small online herbal apothecaries with good reviews. 2. Adding honey to boiling water. Raw honey loses its enzymes and healing compounds when exposed to high heat. Solution. Let the tea cool down for 1-2 minutes before stirring in honey. Warm, not boiling. 3. Overcomplicating the recipe. Some users start adding turmeric, vinegar, cinnamon, and more, trying to boost the effect. Solution. Keep it simple. Voi plus lemon plus honey. That's enough. Let your body absorb the synergy. 4. Using it like a quick detox instead of a daily ritual. Many people treat herbal remedies like a 3-day fix. That mindset leads to disappointment. Solution. This is not a fast cleanse. It's a gentle rhythm. Give it at least 2-4 weeks of consistent use. 5. Drinking it too late at night. Especially for sensitive stomachs or people prone to nighttime reflux, lemon or tea at bedtime can cause discomfort. Solution. Stick to morning or early afternoon use. Even better, drink before 4:00 p.m. Signs it's working. Don't just look for big changes. Look for signs like easier mornings, calmer digestion, reduced craving for sweets or caffeine, a cleaner tongue, more regular elimination, fewer mood swings in hot weather. These are the real wins, quiet, steady, and sustainable. In the final section, we'll wrap everything up. What this blend really offers beyond just physical benefits and how to carry this healing forward into your daily life. But before we move on, ask yourself, what would happen if I gave my body not just more effort, but more patience? Because healing doesn't always need intensity. Sometimes it just needs consistency and care. So now let's take a breath and step back. What began as a simple blend, Voi Leaves lemon and honey, has turned out to be something far more powerful. Not just a drink, not just a habit, but a reminder. A reminder that your body, even after decades of stress, fatigue, and buildup, still remembers how to heal. It doesn't need punishment. It doesn't need perfection. It needs support, rhythm, respect. This formula we've talked about today is more than a way to detox. It's a way to say, I'm not giving up on myself. I'm ready to feel better. I'm ready to begin again. What this ritual offers you: gentle cleansing without depletion, a calmer gut and liver, more stable energy and breath, a return to inner coolness and clarity, a daily anchor that reminds you health isn't something you chase, it's something you cultivate. And the best part, you don't need a subscription, a supplement plan, or a complicated protocol. You just need a few simple herbs, a few quiet minutes each day, and a willingness to listen to your body again. Your turn. Let's talk now. I want to hear from you. What part of this ritual speaks to you the most? Is it the quiet morning tea, the way it eases digestion, the idea of reconnecting with yourself through daily care? Leave your thoughts in the comments, because when we share what's real, we remind others that they're not alone on this path. Before you go, if this video helped you, if it reminded you of your body's quiet strength, please don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs a soft restart. Subscribe for more weekly wisdom on healing, energy, and longevity after 50. One last thought. You're not broken. You're becoming. And this moment, this simple cup of tea could be the beginning of a whole new rhythm. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay steady, stay kind to yourself, and never stop listening to the healing wisdom already inside you.